Hi, UC families. Hey, thank you for joining us again on our second session of our All In We Love UC Day. I'm here with Mr. Herbie Blanton and Chance Blanton, who is a high school student with us. And so just want to take just a second and ask you that simple question. What is it about UC that you love? So before we get into those particulars, Mr. Blanton, I just want to ask you, tell us a little bit about your background with UC and even past history and why you chose University Christian School.
And my brother-in-law graduated in 2000
Okay.
from UC. My wife and I married in 95. Our daughter, she was born in 99. She started around 2004, 2005,
Okay.
all the way through the fourth grade. We moved away, and as soon as we had an opportunity, once she graduated high school, she was going to college here in Jacksonville. We came back and we enrolled Chance.
Very good.
And he's been here ever since.
So I remember, Chance, when you started coming back to school here, and now you are well into your high school career. And so now you're at the point where you're thinking about post-high school. So your thoughts on what you would like to do after graduation?
Well, I want to maybe go into a field of civil engineering with
Okay.
a degree as a master's or a doctorate
Okay.
in a college of UF, UNF, or possibly JU.
Very good. So some high aspirations from Chance. So keep your eyes out and maybe one of those future developers and planners here in the Jacksonville area. Let's talk about the last few years here at school. One of the things that people tell me often as I ask for feedback about what is it that you love UC, why would you enroll your children here at a small private Christian school? One of the answers that I hear often is my children have a chance to be involved in a lot of different activities. For you specifically, you've been involved in a few of those things. Tell us about some of the clubs and organizations that you've been a part of during your time here at university.
I have been enrolled with the Chick-fil-A Leadership Academy.
Okay.
And I have just recently enrolled with the NHS.
So National Honor Society.
Yes, sir. And the Chick-fil-A Leadership Academy is very caring, and we do a lot of community helping.
Okay. So just a
projects.
ton of service too, right? Along with all the other projects and things that you're doing.
It's very nice. We get to interact with such great people. Say at NHS, we get to interact, same idea, but we get to interact more with even more of the community.
Okay. And then you guys help with some current students as well, with just tutoring and providing some basic academic needs here on campus, some of our lower school kids.
Yes, sir.
So I'll give you a shameless plug before we come back to these two gentlemen and tell you that tomorrow we're going to talk about National Honor Society. We're going to get a behind the scenes look at the Chick-fil-A Leadership Academy. So join us for that. You probably will see Chance there and one of those two maybe, but then some of our other students who are involved in both of those organizations. So question for both of you, Mr. Blanton, we'll start with you. Overall, when you think about your time with your daughter here during the first early years of elementary, and now into Chance's career as a middle school and high school student, what has been your most positive experience about having your children at University Christian?
First of all, bringing Christ first.
Okay.
And to my wife and I, that's one of the biggest things.
Yes, sir.
And bring that into the education. The education is, to me, no other school compares.
Okay.
So, the combined two is the way that we feel our children need to be raised.
So, Chance, I know that sometimes the choices that mom and dad make or the way that they see things aren't necessarily the way always as children that we would see it, but tell us, you answer that same question. What's been your most positive experience about being a fighting Christian?
Just having a pure Christian education, having more of an in-depth knowledge of God, and having more relationship built campus with more family.
Absolutely. Last thought for you guys as we kind of close up our time. You mentioned just the opportunity to have Christ infused into everything. And I was in chapel last week, and this is nothing to do spiritually, but I saw you win that competition, wore your prize, your shirt the next day as a result of that. but then you sat down and had an opportunity to be challenged with the gospel during chapel and have God's word opened up. How have you grown spiritually as a result of your time as a student? That's important to your parents. It's important to me and our teachers. You've heard that earlier during the day today. So, Chance, as a young man here at our school, how would folks that are listening to our interview, what would you want them to know about how you've grown and benefited from a Christian education?
I've benefited greatly from being in a non-knowledgeable area, getting nothing from no knowledge of God, no knowledge of anything of the Bible, leading to a school that gave me every bit of knowledge I need, helped me build a closer bond with Christ, helped me build a relationship with God. It makes me a stronger Christian.
Absolutely. Well, I am thankful for parents like many of you who are watching today, and Mr. Blanton, and students like Chance who have just an incredible future and career in front of them, who are loving the fact that they have a chance to hear about Christ, to learn about Christ, to walk with Him and further their walk. So, Chance, thank you, and Herbie, thank you for your time today. Thank you for watching and joining in for our first day of All In. Join us again over the next few days. We're gonna pull back the curtain a little more in a few other areas. But today was all about why we love UC, and so honestly, you can see from the answers that we've gotten and the feedback that you've been able to be part of is that Christ is foremost and central on our campus in all things, and then that academic knowledge and rigor that comes with being a student here is being used to further His kingdom and to do great things in the lives of young students like Chance. So thanks for being with us. We look forward to joining you in the future weeks to come.